Good morning, everyone. This is Rob with Next Truck Sales. I want to take this opportunity and introduce you to our 2016 Mack Pinnacle. It's a CXU613 model. It features a Mack MP8 engine with 445 horsepower with a Mack M drive transmission, 12 and 40 axles. I'll take you through the truck, show you some of the features, and just explain a little bit about the process if you happen to be watching this video and you're in the US. I'm currently in Canada, one of the last few sunny, warm days here in October. Don't think we're gonna have too many more like this, so I thought I'd get this video in and on the books before the weather turns yucky. So have a look here. Very clean truck. This was a single one owner unit. It came from a local fleet. We got 3 of these total, 1 sold. I got 2 left. Take a look here. You'll see we've got headlights have been replaced. Small crack here in the fender. I'm going to show you some of the damage too, because obviously you don't have the luxury of being able to look at everything like I can. So I'm going to take you through and point out some of the blemishes as well as the nice parts. If you have a look here, there's a little crinkle in the bumper. It's pushed in about an inch and a half. Okay, the other side is nice and straight. We've got some LED headlamps. We've got the bug screen on the front, another shiny new headlamp. I'm going to pop up this hood here. Overall, I think the bodywork on this truck is exceptionally clean. Let's have a look here at the hood. A little bit of a scuff here. Something was rubbing through. It is a used truck, but overall, very clean. No major accidents or any issues of that nature going on with this unit, at least as best as I can tell. We've got a Michelin steer tire, X-Line Energy. It's an 11R22.5. We're probably at 80% tread. And if you look here, you see how clean this frame is. Still read the VIN on it. We've got LubeCore central greasing. So LubeCore is a timer that pumps grease through all the grease ports on this truck. So if you look here, you can see the S-cam, the slack adjuster, all have grease coming out of them, which is what you actually want, because that means everything is greased like crazy. Look here, you can see all the shackles are all greased. Awesome. And if you have a look through here, I'm just gonna set this up so I can close the hood. You'll see here, very clean engine. This one was really well taken care of. I did know the driver and he took care of his stuff, you know, well. Obviously being a driver, he's gonna care more than you get the right driver in the truck, and obviously you're gonna see that it gets taken care of better than some other fleet trucks. This is a 445. It can be uprated to a higher horsepower if you want. 505 is available. I think it says 445E. You can take it to the dealer. We can take it to the dealer for you if you want. 505, it is available. And believe it or not, it's not that expensive. You can actually do it for a fraction of the cost of when it is under warranty. When it's under warranty, it's very expensive, but when it's out of warranty, it's quite inexpensive. So have a look through here. You'll see overall just a clean unit. I'm going to get this running in a bit, not right now, and we'll go through and get that oil filler cap off and see what we've got going as far as blow-by is concerned. I'll take you on the inside in a minute. This truck is built in, I believe, Pennsylvania. It's US built. It's certified clean idle. Being a 16, it's got DEF, obviously. We've got 2 times 150 gallon fuel tanks. These are big tanks. We've got Virgin Michelin drives. They are at least 70% XDN2s. And we've got the Mack air suspension, a relatively new airbag on there. Look at the grease on this. So this is where you see when the auto greaser kicks on, it's gonna pump grease up through here, and it's amazing because everything just seems to last forever. And I'm talking about all of your S-cams, your slack adjusters, everything is just coated in grease. It looks messy, but it's actually gonna preserve the life of all of the components that need lubrication. Back wall of the cab, nice and clean. This is a mid-roof with a scoop on the top. It's a 70-inch sleeper. Let's go to the back here and have a look. You know, this was, when you see trucks like this, and it's amazing because sometimes we get like Cascadias and there's no paint on the frame whatsoever. It's just all rust. And then you look at a truck like this and it makes you wonder whether Mack does a better job of putting paint on it, or if the customer just kept washing it and it never rusted. It's amazing. But you can see here, obviously very clean. A little bit of surface rust here, but it's not even worth sending it out to sandblast and paint it. It's literally that good. More Michelin XDN2s. We polished those wheels. You can see the shine on them. Okay, more Michelin XDN2s. So we got 10 Michelin tires on this truck. I'm gonna say 80% or better all the way around. Here's your auto greaser. So you fill that up with grease. It's on a timer, and there's also a manual button that you can push inside the dash that'll pump grease through all of those ports and through the lines and into everything that needs grease. So you can see here overall, like, just super clean. Is that dirt or is that, yeah, it's just grease. And you've got the nice stainless after treatment covers. You can see here we've got some stainless that you can put your annual inspection stickers. And even look at that, like, there's no corrosion. Some of these are usually all rotted out. Let's go on the inside and have a look here. See what we got. This is usually the telltale sign whether it's a good driver or not, is when you go inside and you see what the place looks like. So let's have a look here. One of the common things on the Mack that you'll find is this little pod breaks off. It's very common, and that one's actually attached. And if you look here, you'll see super clean. Oh, and we've got a nice upgraded legacy seat that's in about 10 out of 10 condition. I would call it new condition. Over here we've got power locks, mirrors, and windows. No cigarette burns or any kind of damage on this door. Again, super clean. Okay, so inside of here, so this is a Canadian truck. If you're in the US, we convert the odometer over. We actually take it to the dealer. And if you look here, you'll see how it says KMH. We take it to the dealer and we program it so that when you're driving, it's going to show MPH. You can actually see kind of the MPH there. We just program it so that lights up, and so your speedo will be in miles. And as far as our odometer goes, that's pretty easy to switch over. I think we're just gonna scroll through. Let's have a look. Trip, fuel, gauges, is it there? Speedo. I think we're gonna come down here. Setup. Setup, units, distance, miles, and then we get out and we should be good. So 602 miles. So what do we got? We got a fair bit of gauges here. You'll notice the coolant has been running for a while. It's 160 Fahrenheit now. So when I do that, when I do take the oil filler cap off, it's on a hot engine. So we've got cruise. Just turn the engine speed up a bit. Traction control, power mirrors, your regen, wipers. Okay, we've got our engine fan. Oh, sorry, engine brake. This one's your engine brake. And hill start assist, turn that off. This is your button for your auto greaser. So when we push that button, it's going to pump grease through all of your fittings. We've got the M drive, which is an I shift, and you have performance mode, which is nice. So when you put it into performance, it's going to change the shift patterns so that it'll rev higher and it'll make the shifts slightly quicker. You'll see here we've got a diff lock and an interaxle lock, so you're not going to get stuck in the snow in this truck, which is good. Have a look here. We've got obviously our overhead lights and Bluetooth audio and a standard CB radio, standard air conditioning. And let's go on in the back here and have a look. So we've got a Webasto air top bunk heater. So that is pretty straightforward. You turn the knob and it's gonna burn diesel fuel and it'll heat your cab. We've got a pull-out drawer, which still has the wrapper on it, which could probably stand to be peeled off with some glue remover. Done. And over here we've got standard air conditioning heating that will run only when the engine is running, and we've got speaker audio control, and then a dome light control, and then a basic clock. We've got a brand new mattress, we've got a single bed, we've got a microwave, some homemade cupboards. The Mack doesn't give you cupboards here. I think they give you a clothes hanger that would have been there at one point, and then the customer's gone ahead and the previous owner has gone ahead and put in some cupboards, which will do the trick. And then I'm gonna just put the phone down for one moment, and I'm gonna give you a look at the underside of the bed. If I can get it to come up for me. There we go. Okay, so inside of here, we've got full pass-through at the back. So load bars could go in there. You've got your heating and air conditioning with new filters. We've got your seatbelt. You've got your Webasto air top, which says it was rebuilt with a new burner and a motor last year. All of your GPS stuff. We've got lights, and over here we've got a, spin my hand around here, you've got a 2,000 watt Tundra power inverter, and it's nicely mounted on that wall. If you look there, it's actually bolted. It's a nice job on the install. So let me turn off some lights and we'll go outside and have a look at this engine running, see where things are at. Okay, let's have a listen. Sounds good. I'm going to take off that oil filler cap, and depending on how much blow by is coming out of there, it's going to tell us how much life is left in this engine. So let's have a look. We've got a lot of smoke coming out. Our engine's on its way out the door. Visibly see it, which I can't really see it unless I'm looking straight down. So the point is, if you're looking at this video and you're wondering how much life is left in that engine, based on the amount of blow by coming out of there, you've got at least another couple of years before you're talking about getting into a rebuild on this type of an engine. Typically, the Mack Volvo engine, in my experience, I've seen them go easily 1.2 million miles without having to get in a major overhaul. I've had them come in on trade with those kind of miles, never been touched, and we sell them again and they drive it away and they keep going. Now, that's not to say you're not going to need other stuff. You know, I see an EGR, flow sensor there, all the other bits and pieces. Sure, you're going to need a water pump, you're going to need, you know, sensors, injectors, etc. But the engine, the basic overhaul component of the engine, pretty much bulletproof in my opinion as far as the life expectancy of a typical highway tractor is going to go. I'm going to shut this off, and I see we've also got a remote control on this. I'm not sure if it works. Let's give it a try. Yep, look at that. Love it. Okay, that's a nice feature. So there you have it. 2016 Mack, 600 and something miles. Clean truck, Michelin tires, not a ton of rust on it. Looks good. Mack power, which is Volvo power. So if you're inclined, if you like Volvos, you like I-Shift, this is the Mack version of the same. Mack and Volvo are the same company. They've been the same company for the last 15 or 20 years. And when they come up with the 2008 version of the Mack engine, they painted it red and called it an MP8, but it's actually a Volvo D13 engine. So there you have it. If you have any questions about this truck, You give me a call at my cell phone, 289-259-6054. If you're watching this video and you're in the US, we'll take care of all of the shipping. We take care of all the paperwork. We take care of everything as far as getting the truck to Buffalo, to our drop point, to our yard where you'll pick it up there. We'll supply you with a 10-day trip permit to drive it home, and we'll supply you with the forms from US Customs so that you can go to your local DMV and register the title in your local state. As far as taxes, duties, fees, there are no surprises. There's the price that we're asking for the truck is the price that you pay. The taxes that you pay are going to be to your local state, no different than if you had bought the truck locally. So hopefully that explains everything. If you have any other questions, you can call me on my cell, 289-259-6054, or you can send me an email, rob@nexttrucksales.com. I hope to hear from you soon, and bye for now.